we go. These drones are stinking awesome. But another perk of living in misery is there's a lot of farmers here. So I've already had my drone threatened a couple times to be shot down. It's whatever. Hey everybody, what's going on? Corey here. I just got done at our youth church here at Word of Life, my hometown church. And it was my first week back leading a small group of kids for the first time in a couple years. So that was interesting, but get ready to go play some basketball with these dudes. I'm gonna ball up on them. Check it out.
Yo, bro. Don't embarrass me on camera. I'm so bad at basketball.
What up? All in. So I just got married and 6 months ago, and one thing I learned is that when you go to Taco John's and you have to split potato lays with your wife, you have to sit in the car when you get home and eat a couple of them before you go inside. Just enjoy it while you can, because once I take that bag into the house, my wife's gonna eat like all my potato lays and drink my drink too. Like literally what you do as soon as you get in your car is you just go every time. Oh, I've been looking for, hold on, let me adjust this ISO so you can see my face better. Been looking for a spot to sit down because this part of the video is a little more serious advice here from 25-year-old Corey. Where should I sit at this picnic table? It's not every day that you see a bulldozer just chilling, you know, in a parking lot. I don't know if it's even illegal to like pass the cones and go check this thing out and see what they're doing over here, but who cares? Nobody's around. Looks like they're making a road or something. Check this out. Yeah, it's like can't go past this point, but they must be digging a road through there or something. Wouldn't want to get in there. So here's the thing, really what I wanted to talk about in this video is where I gather my inspiration from. Whether it's drumming, music, my work career, personal life, where do I get my inspiration? This is a question that a lot of people on Instagram have asked me, and so I figured I would answer that today. Surprisingly, if some of you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that one of my biggest joys in life, my biggest, you could say, hobbies or passions is NBA basketball. I will watch NBA basketball anytime I'm at home. I'll go home, I will be a couch potato, I will watch NBA basketball till I go to bed. I would do that every night of my life if I could. If I had all the money in the world, that's all I would do. I would just eat flaming hot Cheetos and watch NBA basketball. That's lame. My point is, when you love something as much as I do, in this case drums, and you love something else almost as much as drums, NBA basketball, you can combine those two things a little bit. Those two cultures kind of mash up a little bit, music and sports. Especially in pop culture, those things are like huge together. I mean, that's why the NBA is blowing up right now, because it's bringing in all kinds of different cultures and artists and music and everything. It's crazy. My favorite team growing up was the LA Lakers and Kobe Bryant and Shaq. I watched those games as I was a little kid. I began to love the game. I would go home every Sunday after church, every Sunday afternoon, and watch the Lakers game on this tiny TV that my parents had in their kitchen. And I would watch the game, you know, 2-3 hours by myself. Nobody else in my family really liked basketball at the time until my little brother came along. It's crazy how one team, and in particular one man, Kobe Bryant, has changed my life and given me inspiration for drumming and for music and for something that I never would have thought I would get inspiration from. It's a little bright out here, so I'm squinting. It looks like my eyes aren't even open. I'll try to keep them open. The crazy thing about Kobe Bryant that really struck me as I watched him through his career is his work ethic. His work ethic was insane. Every interview I watch of him on YouTube or ESPN, the guy is always talking about how he wants to be better than everybody else. He wants to be the best. He wants to be the greatest of all time, right? He wants to beat MJ, even though I don't know if he did or has. That's a big argument. Leave me a comment below. MJ or Kobe or LeBron. That might be a little debate. My point is, Kobe had and still has a great work ethic. The dude just won an Oscar a year after retiring from basketball by storytelling. Like, the dude's work ethic is insane. And so I've taken that inspiration, his work ethic, and applied it to my own life when it comes to drumming. I want to be the Kobe Bryant of drumming. I want to be the Michael Jordan of drumming. But the important factor to that is I don't want to be cocky. I don't want to be the best in the world. I want to be among the best in the world. And if that means that you're among the best of the world and you happen to be the best of the best, then my God, that's great. But I want to be among the best. And so that's where I gather a lot of my inspiration from. Nowadays, I watch players like LeBron. I watch Steph Curry. I watch great teams like the Rockets, the Warriors, even coaches, Steve Kerr. These coaches, Brad Stevens for the Celtics, these head coaches, these athletic trainers, even the players. It's insane. I watch all aspects of the game. I pull from each of those and I apply it to drumming. I apply it to my daily life. How can I better myself in this area of life? By looking at NBA basketball. And so you could say that I walk through life with an NBA lens on, which is kind of funny to say, but it's true in a way. That's where I gather my inspiration. That's where I say, okay, if Kobe can do it, if Michael Jordan can do it, if LeBron James can do it while everybody else in the world is saying they can't, then how come I can't do it? How come I can't be among the greatest drummers of all time in the world when people say I can't? And that's real talk. One of the hardest things for me to do when I started my Instagram page and started getting a following, which I never would have thought would happen ever, but one of the things these birds are really annoying, but I love them anyway. But one of the things that I never really thought would happen with my Instagram page, I never thought that somebody would leave a negative comment or leave negative feedback on a video that I posted or a picture. And I'll never forget the very first time that somebody commented on a drum video. I had covered a Justin Bieber song, and you may not be the biggest Justin Bieber fan in the world. I think some of his music's good. I think some of it's bad. I think he's a great person, no matter what the news says. The thing about it is, someone, and I'm not gonna say their name because I don't even remember their name, I don't even remember their username. Someone had commented on the video, was very rude to me, and basically said that because I was covering a Justin Bieber song, I sucked ass and I was terrible and I didn't have any talent. I didn't know what talent was and all this stuff. And looking back on it, well, at the time when I read that comment, it really hurt and it broke my shell. I didn't grow up with somebody telling me, granted, all because I covered a Justin Bieber song, but I'll get to that point. I never grew up with somebody telling me that I was bad at something. And that's something that my parents did a great job of, was always encouraging me and telling me that I was doing a good job of whatever I was putting my mind to at the time, whether it be drumming, basketball, whatever. Basketball didn't work out. I wish I was 2 feet taller and a little bit faster and could jump a foot higher. Then maybe I would be in the NBA. But I have a God-given talent for drums. And when somebody comes in and they tear down those walls in one comment on social media, in this case Instagram, all because I'm covering a Justin Bieber song and they don't like Justin Bieber, that really got to me. And you might say, well, Corey, can't you just get over that? You know, like, it's just a comment, you just have to ignore the haters. Well, yeah, now I can, and I've learned that. But when it's the first time that somebody comments on something like that, that really got to me. And I remember I handled it terribly. I screenshotted the comment with the guy's username. I reposted it as a post on my Instagram page and had tons of people bashing this guy in the comments, and I thought, oh man, I feel way better now because I'm getting this guy back. in reality, that looking back on it, you know, part of it is I just grew up a little bit, but looking back on it, that was the stupidest thing I could have done, because I was really just giving the guy more attention, which is what he wanted in the first place. I, in return, was being a bully. And I'll never forget, the guy actually messaged me after that, and he said, I just want you to know, I feel like I'm being bullied. I feel like the whole world is hating on me right now. And you know what? My God, the whole world was. And I felt terrible. And I apologize, and I won't go into all the details. I took the post down. But I say all this to say that if you want to be among the greats, you have to take the criticism. You have to be a bigger person than the rest of the world. And I look at NBA players like Kobe and LeBron, and everybody says the worst things about them that you could imagine, and they still put their head down, they still had that work ethic, and they proved, and still continue to prove, everybody else wrong. That is inspiration. So it's not necessarily that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James are sitting down in a drum set and inspiring me. It's the fact that they are proving to the rest of the world that they belong among the greats, no matter what anybody else is saying. Get real deep here, really deep. Also, this park bench is starting to not get be comfortable, and it's hurting my back. So I think I said everything I want to say. Anyway, let's go.